Howdy, Beefalo Bart here, and it is Friday the 13th. And this special episode dedicated towards Friday the 13th. And the topic will be about things that, well, missed opportunities and hopeful future content. And being that it is Friday the 13th, I think that, you look at some of these other games, and I hate to mention other games and how they do things, but if it works, it works. As much as I'm not a fan anymore of any of the wargaming products, but World of Tanks, Christmas time, they give you a special garage that's decorated for Christmas, 4th of July, Halloween, things like that. They make it so that it's event structured around the seasons and caters towards trying to draw the characters or the players back in so they have a reason to show up. Oh, it's Christmas time. We're going to get a Christmas gift from the developers. We're going to get a Christmas tank, or we're going to get a Christmas airplane or ship or whatever. 4th of July with the Division. Not sure if anybody was around for that or remembers, but we did get something. We got, for appearance, we got a specific clothing set, and I don't get me wrong, I really appreciate it. I really do. It was I'm drawing a blank on the name of it. Navy parade hat. So you could actually put on the Navy parade hat. You got pants to go along with it. Right there. Nice white pants with, the bottoms tucked in, so to speak. You got a shirt to go along with it and shoes to go along with it. I don't remember if there was a scarf, but, it was nice. It was nice that we were able to get all that. I don't think there was a jacket, was it? Yeah, I have a lot of clothing. Yep, and there's a jacket that goes along with it. So it was a nice looking set, and I do appreciate the gesture. As you can tell, right now I'm running a Firecrest set, so I wanted to kind of look the part, and cosmetics are a nice thing. Players like it. I like it. So with the idea of events, yes, even my weapon kind of matches the theme of Firecrest. But this is being Friday the 13th. And they could still, if they really put their minds to it, they could apply this towards Halloween, since they've already missed the opportunity for this to work for Friday the 13th. And there's going to be other Friday the 13ths. It's not like this is going to be the only one ever. But they don't happen that often. So a special event for Friday the 13th would be cool. Know that this is 1.8 PTS, and that the new areas are not going to be available until on the live servers until it actually goes live. So if you think about it, and I'll go ahead and teleport over to that location, but the Carrier, Pier 93, and Powerhouse, those three are specific for resistance mode, and it's kind of like a horde mode, so to speak. You have various waves. I'm sure everybody by now is familiar with what's going on with resistance mode. You face wave after wave of incoming enemies. I'm not actually going to play it. I'm just going to step inside so I don't have to worry about spawns. But with it, every 5th wave would be a boss wave, and it gets progressively harder and harder and harder. Well, my idea for Friday the 13th, and can still be used for Halloween, is instead of the normal NPCs we have now, you would face instead waves of zombies. Yeah, zombies. I know the whole zombie thing is over, but it's a special occasion. It's Halloween, it's Friday the 13th, that kind of stuff. In 1.7.1, we got a new hockey mask. I mean, come on. Friday the 13th, hockey mask. All we need now is a melee weapon. And that we don't have as well. So give us an axe, give us a baseball bat, maybe a golf club, just randomly placed in the map we could pick up, or, you know, what have you. So give us the option to actually run a melee. I've talked about this before. Give us a number 4 slot and move the grenades over to number 5 or whatever, but when you hit number 4, you get a melee weapon. How cool would it be to face waves of zombies that are the normal civilians that are wandering the streets right now? There's already a few of them that, hell, you watch them walk, they look like they're freaking zombies anyway. And they already look pretty rough. You wouldn't really have to do much. Just give them a melee attack. That's all you've got to do, is give them a unarmed melee attack. And now whenever I go into this right here, into one of the resistance modes, then I will be faced with wave after wave after wave of zombies, progressively getting more and more zombies coming in, and progressively hitting a little bit harder, with every 5th wave then being a boss zombie. Yeah. So that, I think, would be awesome. You do this for every Friday the 13th, and you do something like this for Halloween. That would be absolutely freaking awesome. Now, how awesome would it be to have a special pickup crate where you go over and, kind of like as it is now, you've got a crate that when you go to it, you use your Shade Tech, and you can actually essentially buy with Shade Tech exotic weapons. That's freaking awesome. However, what if you change the loot drop on that particular box and have it to where it dropped those melee weapons? Or how about this? Flamethrower. Hey, you know, the cleaners, they get a flamethrower. Why not give us a flamethrower to use on the zombie horde mode? That would be freaking awesome. That you can prepare for the boss wave and spend your Shade Tech or whatever you want to call your currency for that particular event. You could actually use it to purchase a flamethrower. You know, it would have ammo just like a regular gun, so it would be just like having fuel. So once you run out of fuel, then you either have to go back and buy another one or continue using whatever weapons you brought in. So, again, that would be freaking awesome. You know, it would not be that difficult. There's weapons that are already in the game that we don't have access to, and that's the melee weapons. And I've seen in golf club, baseball bat, fire axe. Why can't we have them? Let us have them. Okay. Flamethrower. Cleaners already have a flamethrower. Why can't we have a flamethrower? How freaking awesome would it be to combine a Firecrest build with a flamethrower? Not just a flame turret, but a flamethrower. And I've complained about this before. How about the M32 grenade launcher? I mean, come on. LMB can get the grenade launcher. Everybody's seen it. Everybody knows that they've got it. Why not let us have it? It already works for them. Why can't it work for us? So, there's already weapons in the game. All you have to do is just create it to where we can actually use them. If you don't want us to have them in the dark zone, going around, you know, spamming grenades with a grenade launcher in the dark zone, make it to where it only works in PvE, or make it to where it only works in PvE and in the resistance mode. Make it a pickup from one of those boxes where you can actually spend Shade Tech and actually buy a grenade launcher or a flamethrower. It's not that difficult to do that kind of stuff. You know, you've already got the stuff in the architecture now for essentially a horde mode. So creating the zombie horde mode, all you're doing is you're replacing the NPCs that are currently in the horde mode with unarmed civilians and giving these zombie civilians a melee attack that's just, you know, swinging their arms, you know, a clawing attack. It wouldn't be that difficult. Yeah, I would really appreciate some input from the rest of the community on this, because we're not going to see it unless we ask for it. So leave me a comment on what you think about those ideas.